Hey, it's Comic Maker, take a look. I got you something.
You got me something? What's the occasion?
No, nothing really. I just wanted to help you out. I've been seeing lots of people make AI art these days, and I thought that if I got you a little robot to help you make art, then you could focus on editing and stuff. And here it is.
Banana Man, that's a toaster. Besides, the art is the reason why I have a channel to begin with. I don't want a robot taking that from me.
But it's Comic Maker. He's not a toaster. His name is Al.
That says AI.
No, it's a lowercase L for Al. Anyway, what's wrong with this little guy helping out?
Are you trying to have a robot take over my channel?
What? No! I can't even believe you would suggest that. I would never.
I'm gonna fight that robot.
No, don't fight the. Yes, Comic Maker!
Alright, you saw the intro. It's about to go down. It's artist versus Al. I mean AI. He apparently runs through the website DALL-E, so let's put this thing to the test and see once and for all what he's capable of. Who can do a better job at creating art? It or me? To start this battle, we're going to type in 2 different drawing ideas. I'm gonna draw them, and Al is gonna do whatever Al does. So enough talking, let the battle begin. Let's start with a very simple design. The first drawing is going to be Kirby, but as Pochta from Chainsaw Man. Instead of going the typical Kirby route, where Kirby absorbs something and ends up wearing their outfit, I wanted to try and do the closest fusion I could between the two. Kirby is a very, very simple design. Round body, little hands and feet, and facial features that sit on his round face. While Pochta, on the other hand, is a bit longer and more oval shaped with legs kind of like a dog. So I decided for this drawing to give it Kirby's body with his arms and legs, but add the elements of Pochta to him. So he has the long chainsaw pull tail, as well as the more dog-like mouth with the handle on top, and of course the chainsaw in the middle of his face. Instead of going with Kirby's eyes, I went with the shape of Pochta's eyes instead, but put the shine in them as well as some of the color for it so that it can still have bits of Kirby's eye design in it. Then for the coloring, I wanted to try to get as in between the both of them as I could. Pochta has a darker orange body, while Kirby is usually in that bright light pink color. So the closest color in between the two was a mid-peachy color, which ended up looking a little fleshy, but that's fine. I gave him some classic Kirby cheeks and added some shading, and that was basically it. He has become Kerchita, or Pochabi, or Kipo, or Poby. Yeah, let's go with Poby. Now that we have our drawing, let's see how the AI does.
S-Comic, you won't even believe how fast he's gonna make these. Ready?
Does not compute.
Well, some of these have a Kirby-like shape, but none of them resemble Pochta at all. In fact, this one is straight up a person in a pink bone thing. Banana Man, this is what you wanted to replace my art with?
Well, maybe he's a bit nervous. You both just met after all. He's got stage fright. Let's just see how he does with the second one.
Alright, fine, but I hope you kept the receipt. Alright, second drawing. Let's go with Hatsune Miku wearing casual clothes in the Gorillaz style. That sounds like a lot of fun. For this drawing, I wanted to go with some cool, thicker line art and some fun flowiness, so I thought about one of Hachi's songs called Dune that features Hatsune Miku. This video is over 5 years old, and I felt like if I was trying to go with the Gorillaz band style, this would be a super fun video to get inspired by. There's a scene where Hatsune Miku pushes her arm through the smoke that really captured my attention, so I decided to try and recreate the scene specifically with the Gorillaz style. The style itself proved to be more difficult to replicate than I had originally anticipated. If you don't know, the band Gorillaz formed way back in 1998, so they have had decades of music, and with that has come many iterations of the band in different phases. I believe there are like 5 phases of them now. But comparing their earliest art to their latest art for the band, you can can see some pretty clear transformations. I mostly looked at the art in phases 1 and 2, but I looked at a lot of Noodle through all the phases. Besides Noodle, I worked specifically from these images in particular. I wanted to try and replicate some of the line and art in this piece and some of the coloring in this one. It doesn't perfectly mimic it, but I think when you look at it, this Miku will at least make you think of the Gorillaz. In fact, a lot of art I was looking at of Noodle from these phases showed her pigeon-toed, and most of the band had these long stick legs, so I sketched her that way as well, and the hair usually has a mix of like sharp edges and sloped heads with just a little bit of hair poking out of the top, so I added that to Miku as well. Of course, the most iconic thing about the Gorillaz is their facial features. They are very human-esque, but have animal or ape-like jaws and teeth. So Miku here gets a wide mouth, tired eyes, and thick graphic eyebrows and lashes. I tried having a mix of thick and thin lines for this piece as well, since the early phases seem to have it, but the later ones don't. I specifically looked at this hand of 2D when drawing her hands as well, with more of like square edging to the fingers and lots of lines for the knuckles and joints. Coloring this took forever because I went back and forth with this dang dust. I liked the line art, but it ended up looking like she was going through a cave more than pushing smoke out of the way. I ended up coloring and blurring some of the line art as well as adding some silhouettes of characters in the background to give it more depth, and gave the outer ring of the drawing a bit of dark shadow to frame Miku in more as well. And that was it for her. I really enjoyed working on this one and going around and tweaking the piece as I went along. There isn't much shading to the Gorillaz characters, so I went with more of a gradient like in the background band members of this illustration and gave minimal shading to the rest of her. I also gave some of those scratchy looking highlights to her hair, but I really like how it came out. I feel like it would be a fun phone wallpaper or something for a Miku/Gorillaz fan. But now that we're done, let's see if the AI did any better with round 2.
Does not compute.
Well, it is better than the last one at least. In the first one, Miku actually has legs that are a bit similar to the style of Gorillaz, and in all of them, her clothes are a lot more casual. And then in the first and fourth one, we even got her eyes covered, which is similar to how Noodle's eyes were usually covered in the earlier phases. But, these hands. My God, these hands. Have you ever seen anything more crabby, creepy, pointy, or teal in your life?
Well, hands are very hard to draw as comic maker. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, but as something that is threatening to replace artists, I don't think that this is it. I was honestly worried when you first brought Al here, but now not so much. I think in the end, I'm going to keep doing the channel art myself. I appreciate the thought though, Banana Man. It really was sweet of you to try and lighten the load for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go work on some more video stuff.
Oh, it's okay, Al. She just hasn't seen your potential yet. You'll do better next time.
Does not compute.
Well, despite the circumstances, that was actually a lot of fun to work on. Really, in the end, I think that's the difference with AI art. A computer might be able to get vague ideas or recreate images based on existing stuff, but I think it's the thoughts and ideas behind a piece that also contributes to art. The fact that I can write a whole script about my thoughts behind my work really shows the difference between artists and AI. But what do you guys think? Who won? Me or Al? Let me know in the comments. But that's it for this one, guys. As always, videos like this are possible because of my amazing banana members and people like you who like, comment on, and share my videos. I appreciate you all stopping by, and I hope that we can draw together again soon. Bye, guys.